Welcome back to part 2 of this tutorial, where we'll set up a test run and execute the tests in it. The first step in setting up test runs is to activate the test cases to be executed during the test runs. You do this by setting the status field to active for all the test cases that are ready to be run. Here's a useful tip if you have to activate more than just one or two test cases. You go into the Table tab, which is a tracker view of your test specification document, and you use Bulk Edit to select multiple test cases and edit all of them at once. I'll now set up a test run so you can see how to do it. I'll create one for running a smoke test. Go to the Testing Space homepage and click the Create Test Run button. Specify a name for the test run, and you can specify a different space if you store test runs in a different one. We'll just keep ours in the testing space. And finally select a test run template. We want to run a smoke test, which, if you remember, includes all activated test cases having their severity field set to smoke. So we choose the smoke test template as the basis for this test run. A new test run page is created based on the template. This page is essentially a record of an instance of executing the tests included in the test run. Start with the Not Executed Yet section, which at the moment lists all test cases in the run because none of them have been executed yet. Since this is a record of a run of your tests, you'll want to log some info about your test environment, the build tested, and so forth. Click Edit and enter whatever info you need under the headings provided by the template, or change the content however you want. Note that this is a wiki page, so you can use all wiki editing and macro features. If you're not familiar with wiki editing yet, I'd recommend that you watch our video on working with the wiki to get a quick grip on the basics. So with your test run created and appropriate descriptive info added to the page, you're ready to execute the test cases for this test run. Executing tests means that your testers perform the steps written up in the test cases and log their results as passed or failed by setting fields in the test case work items. We'll see how that's done in just a moment. To start executing the test run, click Execute Tests below the Not Executed Yet table. You are taken to the Table tab, which displays only the test cases included in the test run. Select the test run you want to execute. If you do manual testing, refer to the steps in the test case, execute them in your test application, and note the results. In the Test Case Detail pane, click the Status field and select Perform Action Execute. Notice the Test Result field is now shown. This happens because of the workflow configuration provided by the project template. If the test passed, select Passed and click Save in the toolbar. And that's all there is to it, unless you want to log a comment before saving and going on to execute the next test in the test run. If this test could not be run for some reason, you can select Blocked in the Test Result field, log an appropriate comment in Test Run Comment, and save the test case. If this test failed when executed, select Failed in the Test Run field and use the Test Run Comment field to log some explanatory information about the failure. Now here's something I think you're going to like. When you save the test case with a failed result, a new defect work item is automatically created in the tracker and linked not merely to the test case, but to the current revision of the test case. With appropriately configured auto-assignment, the new defect will be automatically assigned to the right developer or other responsible person or persons, and everybody will be notified by email, so the issue will never get lost in the shuffle. The traceability is readily visible, and team members can quickly drill down to the defect. When your developer looks at the defect, he or she can easily trace back to the test case revision and check the test steps to make sure that they were correct for the build tested. To complete the test run, select each of the test cases in the table and process them as you've just seen. After executing all the test cases in a test run, the results are automatically aggregated on the test run's wiki page, which you can open from navigation. It's easy to view the overall results and understand what tests passed, whether any were blocked, and what tests failed. Whenever it's appropriate, you can rerun failed tests from this test run page. The Execute Test button will retrieve just the failed test cases and show them in the table, where you can execute them again and log the results as we've already seen. The results of all test runs are aggregated and displayed in the Testing Spaces homepage. The info is updated in real time as test cases are executed and the results saved. This is a good place to direct managers and others who want to check the overall status of testing for a project. We hope this two-part tutorial on test case management will help you get started using Polarion effectively for testing in QA. If you have comments or questions, let us know at info@polarion.com.